Hey, what is going on, guys? Bruin Steel here, and welcome back to another WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and today I'm recapping the Friday Night Smackdown that took place on May 17th, 2024, and it took place in Jacksonville, Florida, and we are almost to our next premium event, which is the King of the Queen of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring, excuse me, which obviously will be taking place in Saudi Arabia, which is this coming Saturday. You can live stream it on Peacock. I believe it's 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know, but I have to double check. But before we get started, if you guys haven't done so, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and subscribe to my friend Canadian Yorker, who unfortunately cannot make it tonight because he has some Wi-Fi issues. So be sure to check him out. His YouTube link will be in the description of this video, as well as our WWE Wrestling Bros channel, which is our wrestling channel. Both links will be in the description. But let's get started. So basically, we have a lot of King and Queen quarterfinal matches to recap. So it was far of a short SmackDown, honestly. So let's start with the first match. We got Bianca Belair taking on my girl Tiffany Stratton. It's Tiffany time in the Queen of the Ring quarterfinals. And this was a great match. Bianca, going into this match, well, halfway through the match, it looks like she hurt her ankle or whatever. And obviously Tiffany Stratton took advantage of it. But I actually thought that Tiffany Stratton was going to win. Honestly, it was a great match. It went back and forth. But Bianca Belair was able to hit the KOD on Tiffany Stratton. My girl, man, like, why? She needs to win matches, man. I am going to the Friday Night Smackdown, which is happening in 2 weeks. I better see her there. I better see her win a match so I can cheer for her. Really. So Bianca Belair moves on to the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring in the Ring tournament, defeating Tiffany Stratton. It was clear as days that they were gonna. Excuse me. It was clear as days that they were gonna give this win to Bianca. But Tiffany deserved better. She could win Money in the Bank. I'm still rooting for Tiffany Stratton to win Money in the Bank. But the first match of the SmackDown, Bianca Belair defeats Tiffany Stratton by pinfall. Bianca Belair moves on in this tournament to face the winner of Jade Cargill and Nia Jax. So, but it was Bianca's knee that I think she hurt. She said that her knee isn't 100%. She kind of hurt it. We'll have to see what the injury is. And that just sucks. We've been, talking about how the women's tag team titles are cursed and injuries come upon. There you have it. Bianca's knee is not 100%. We'll see what happens. Moving on to the next match, we got LA Knight versus Tama Tonga, one half of the Bloodline. It's a King of the Ring quarterfinals. Obviously Tama Tonga, not bad of a star of his WWE debut, and people are gonna be like, oh, only because Solo got involved. The whole storyline with the Bloodline is so interesting. I do not believe Solo when he said that he talked with Roman Reigns, but we have to see what happens. But in this match, it went back and forth. Solo Sikoa ran interference, but doesn't take it. Knight kind of gets distracted. Tama Tonga with the jumping reverse STO on LA Knight to win the match. And people are saying LA Knight deserves better. How can you have LA Knight lose to a newcomer of the Bloodline in Tama Tonga? But that's just the way it is. There was some interference. Tama Tonga defeats LA Knight. Tama Tonga moving on to the semifinals, and we might actually see Tonga versus Orton. So that's going to be awesome. But in this match, LA Knight fell short. It was Tama Tonga that came out with the win. Moving on to the King of the Ring semifinals, waiting the winner of Orton versus Carmelo Hayes. We go to the next segment. It's basically LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes seeing each other. talking shit. Moving on, we got the contract signing between Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul. So basically, Logan Paul just came out with his prime buddies and a lawyer. So this is interesting because originally they said that this was just going to be for Cody's title. It originally said that it was just going to be for Cody's title, and then it was changed. It was champion versus champion, title for title, so winner take all. But during the contract signing, Logan Paul figured that out in the contract signing, said that, oh, I didn't sign up for that. He went on and shredded the whole contract and said he brought his own contract, and basically said that he didn't agree to put his United States title on the line. So basically, this match has been changed to the winner gets Cody's title, which is I like this idea because I don't think WWE would want to, winner take all, have a winner take all match, have a double champion. I mean, we already seen a lot of that from Roman when he beat Brock Lesnar for both titles in the WrestleMania 38. So I don't think WWE wants to see that. But I'm just saying, if Cody would have won the U.S. title, he would have been a Grand Slam champion. And they just went back and forth, and basically Cody Rhodes signed the contract. Logan Paul tried to cheap shot him, but ducked away. And then Logan Paul was left with one of his buddies. Cody Rhodes powerbombs the guy for the table, giving his U.S. title back. So this is going to be interesting. Me and Canadian New Yorker hopefully will have our King and Queen ring pay-per-view predictions for you guys. So basically that's just that. But moving on to the next match of the Smackdown, we got another Queen of the Ring quarterfinals. We got Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill, and people are like, oh, are we actually going to get Bianca versus Jade? It went back and forth until Nia Jax just crossed the line with, talking shit to Jade Cargill's daughter, saying that your mom sucks, and that just made Jade piss off. Nia Jax, this is all on her. She was the one that grabbed the steel chair, but thankfully Jade blocked it, and then Jade Cargill hits Nia Jax with a steel chair, ending in disqualification. Because of that, Jade Cargill is not moving on, which I understand the move. They want to say Bianca versus Jade later on, so they have Nia Jax move on instead. Nia Jax wins by disqualification because of the steel chair shot by Jade Cargill. So I was like, damn, what? At first I was confused about the decision. I was like, whoa, and it's like, oh, okay. I highly doubt they're going to have Bianca and Jade fight it off on an episode of Smackdown. They should just save that for later, which is a understandable decision. Like I said, at first I was confused about the decision. Like, why the hell did they do that? But I understand WWE probably saving Jade Cargill versus Bianca when they feud. Like I said, I still think Bianca's going to turn heel. Most likely turn heel on Jade Cargill, setting up a feud, causing them to lose to their tag team titles. But Nia Jax defeats Jade Cargill by disqualification, so you're gonna have Nia Jax versus Bianca Belair next week in the Queen of the Ring semifinals. So that's gonna be a hell of a match. But moving on, we got the next match. We got DIY. We got Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus Legado del Fantasma, Angel Garcia, and obviously, we saw A-Town Down on commentary, and then we saw Santos Escobar and Alex Lopez running interference. Jessica Carr kind of caught Lopez, interfere with Johnny Gargano and then ejects him. DIY with the meet in the middle, gets the 1-2-3. DIY defeats the Legado del Fantasma by pinfall. So that was an unbelievable great match. That's just Santos Group running interference for you. We could see DIY versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller for the tag team titles. They deserve it. We could see that. Obviously they can literally set up DIY versus A-Town Down at King of the Ring, but I don't think they're gonna do that, knowing that it's coming up. But anyways, next Smackdown, I want to mention it. Sorry, next Smackdown will be pre-taped, so it's gonna be in Saudi Arabia. pre-taped SmackDown episode next week. So we have to see what happens, obviously. And Uncle Howdy, the QR code is insane so far with Uncle Howdy. But moving on, we got the main event. Like I said, this SmackDown was pretty straightforward. The main event, Carmella Hayes versus Randy Orton, King of the Ring quarterfinals. It went back and forth. It was great. I didn't really watch too much of the SmackDown this week because my stream was absolute bullshit. My stream was garbage, whatever. But I saw the RKO that Randy Orton hit on Carmella Hayes. Oh boy, it was unbelievable. It was RKO out of nowhere. It was a metal springboard on top of the rope. RKO out of nowhere. Randy Orton defeats Carmella Hayes by pinfall. And he moves on in this King of the Ring tournament. So you got Tama Tonga versus Randy Orton, two guys who hate each other in the semifinals. So that's going to be crazy. You got Gunther and Jey Uso on one side, on the Raw side, and you got Randy Orton and Tama Tonga on the SmackDown side. So we have to see what happens. People say that it might be Bloodline versus Bloodline, Jey Uso versus Tama Tonga. Jimmy Uso could return as a face and help Jey. Jey might not trust him right away, and maybe they will regroup probably. But then after the match, the Bloodline confronted Randy Orton basically, and basically Randy Orton told Tonga that he's gonna put his foot straight up his ass and give him the RKO. I was like, damn. But anyways, that would do it for SmackDown. In terms of grading, I think that it basically, I give it, it was average. Too short. SmackDown is short. But it was average. So I give this a B+. B+, not bad of a grading in my own opinion. But anyways, that would do it for my SmackDown recap. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said before, if you're new to my channel, welcome, like, subscribe, comment your favorite WWE wrestler in the comment section. Just want to let you guys know, Canadian Yorker wasn't able to make it tonight. He had Wi-Fi issues. So if you want to check out my friend Canadian Yorker, his YouTube link will be in the description of this video, as well as our wrestling channel, which is WWE Wrestling Bros. You can also find that link being in the description as well. And before I leave, I just want to remind you guys that I will be at the May 31st 2024 Friday Night SmackDown, which is going to be held in Albany, where I'm from. I'm going with a friend of mine, Joey. Usually go with Canadian Yorker, but he can't make it. But I will not be doing a broadcast, so hopefully, I think my friend Canadian Yorker will be doing it. But anyways, my name is Bruin Steele. Thank you guys for watching. Tiffany, man. Tiffany Stratton deserves better, man. Just give her a push, Triple H, man. She deserves all the credit is due. She deserves the title. She deserves a run. Have her win Money in the Bank, man. It's Tiffy time. But anyways, I'm Bruin Steele. See you guys later.